Last video, I talked to you guys about Yellow Man, my superhero character that I'm working on with a friend. And in this video, I'm going to be going over the villains in the Yellow Man universe. The good news about this video is it won't be filled with a lot of yapping because, you know, the last video I was introducing you to everything when it came to Yellow Man, and so of course I had to yap like crazy. But in this video, I don't need to do that because you kind of already have an introduction to Yellow Man. If you haven't seen the first Yellow Man video, I highly recommend you watch it, as, you know, it gives you context and it lets you know the main characters, and I would just recommend it because I worked really hard on it, and yeah. So, the first Yellow Man video, I went over the three main protagonists. And so for this video, I'll be going over the main three villains. I don't know if main would be a right word for the character. They're relatively the main villains, but you'll see when I go over them in this video. The first villain we'll be going over is Blue Man. Very creative name, I know. Blue Man is basically Yellow Man's, Bowser, or Yellow Man's Dr. Eggman. He's the main antagonist when it comes to Yellow Man, and yeah, most of the story will have them two interact in a fight and whatnot, because, yeah. So you can probably figure out how I came up with the name. I mean, I just, I looked at the color wheel, and blue is the opposite of yellow, so. Okay, so it's like 10 p.m. and I'm editing this video, and I look at the color wheel, and there's some color wheels that say yellow is the opposite of violet, and I'm just really confused because isn't blue the opposite of red? But some color wheels say that yellow is the opposite of blue. I'm just really confused, but whatever. The character's named Blue Man now. I can't change it. I don't know. I'm so confused right now. Yeah. It's very creative, it's a very creative process, I know. Now, Blue Man's real name is the pi symbol. It's the pi symbol, it's just pi. Like, on this Google Doc, it's just the pi symbol, and yeah, that really is his real name. I think it's really funny and stupid, and so, yeah, we're going with that. Blue Man is 40 years old, he's a male, he's a human, his character type is villain, and his significance is main antagonist. Now, his powers, well, he doesn't actually have powers. He has super intelligence, though, and he makes, like, a ton of robotic gadgets. And he's also in charge of leading the Blueberry Army. Now, what the heck is the Blueberry Army, you might be asking? Well, the Blueberry Army is an army that consists of living blueberries. Now, how are these living blueberries created? Well, Blue Man takes a human individual, blueberries, and other stuff that, isn't too relevant, and does a little bit of science with, like, this machine, and voila, living blueberries. Now, there's trillions and trillions of living blueberries that have all been created by Blue Man, and they are very, very loyal to Blue Man. They'll listen to literally anything he says. Blue Man is overconfident when it comes to his work. He also dislikes getting his hands dirty, commanding others to do his work for him, aka the blueberries. He's actually a pretty chill guy who cracks jokes. He just happens to like causing chaos and panic among Light City. He also owns a company called Blue Corp. I bet you're wondering where I got the inspiration from, huh? Blue Corp is a giant company. It's actually very popular. Blue Man is actually a surprisingly very popular figure. But when Yellow Man comes into the picture, Blue Man's image is slowly ruined. Now, Blue Corp is fairly simple. It's not super fleshed out at the moment, but to put it simply, they create gadgets and machines, and there's also superheroes that work for Blue Corp for, like, missions and whatnot. And, I mean, yeah. I'm not the best when it comes to transitions, but we're moving on to the second villain of the video. Now, this character's name is Moen, and her real name is Crazy Kate the Sixth. She's 19. She's a female. Her species is a variant. Her character type is villain sidekick, and her significance is supporting antagonist. Now, before we move on to the next section, I do want to talk about a specific detail. Her species. What is a variant? Well, to put it bluntly, a variant is the Yellow Man version of a mutant or a metahuman. It's that's basically it. It's a human that's born with special powers. I mean, I don't really know what to say. That's literally it. I mean, I'm not gonna hide the fact that it's literally just like this world's version of a mutant. But I may try to think of a way to make it more unique. But that's basically it. It's just a human that's born with special powers. Now, she actually has a few powers. Her first power is invisibility. Her second power is creating invisible walls. And her third power is... How do I describe this? She can basically make anything silent, right? So she can make people mute, can mute other people's voices, but she can also mute, like, footsteps. And she can basically just make huge explosions be silent, which I think is a very, very cool, honestly. I think it's pretty cool. I haven't seen a superhero have anything like that, but that's probably a thing, out there somewhere. But that's Moen's power. Now, Kate works for Blue Man, and Kate is often told to stay quiet by her boss to fit the quote-unquote mime role. Because her name is just woman and mime put together. Because like mime woman didn't roll off the tongue well, and I didn't want to do mime girl because she's a woman, not a girl. So I went with Moen, but that's besides the point. That quiet exterior breaks really easily. She's shown to crack jokes and is quite the bully. She's a bit on the maniacal side, but can be very serious and intimidating when she wants to be. Her power origin is, again, she was born with the powers that she is a variant. I'm just reading off a Google Doc, so excuse my stupidity. And yeah, that's Moen. There isn't really too much to talk about when it comes to her, but I really like her design. I love she's probably one of my favorite characters because she looks like she could beat you up, and I like that. So I guess let's move on to the final character in this video. Ultiman. Ultiman's real name is Kenny Kevin Jr. He's 34. He's a male. He's a human. His character type is foil. And his character significance is antagonist. It just says antagonist? What the fuck? I guess he's not a main antagonist. The wording threw me off. Fucking whatever. Anyways. Now, his powers are flight and super speed. He also has super strength, so quite similar to Yellow Man. But how he's different is that he has lightning themed powers. So rather than sun powers like Yellow Man, he has lightning themed powers because, I think the sun and like cloudy, lightning, I think it's like a complete opposite. I think it makes sense. He's meant to be Yellow Man's foil, so he's sort of like he's like Wario or Shadow. He's meant to be an opposite clashing force to Yellow Man, and yeah. Ultiman is someone with a massive ego. He boasts all about how cool and amazing he is. However, don't let that exterior fool you. His ego isn't guarded by much and is very fragile if you pinch at his insecurities. His power origin, I love this power origin. So the moon wanted to compete with the sun because the sun gave Yellow Man powers, and the moon was like, I want to do that with a human, and so he chose Ultiman and gave powers to Ultiman, and yeah, that's basically it. It's pretty funny, I think. The moon and the sun are just like these alive entities that just have beef with each other. It's just a side thing, and I just find that hilarious. But wow, I guess that's it for this video. That was 3 whole characters. We went through it just like that. I want to give a huge thank you for watching this video. If you made it all the way through and listen to me yap about my silly little villain characters, then thank you. It means a lot to me, right? This video took a lot of time, just like the last video. These take a surprisingly amount of energy for me to do. I've been feeling, honestly not too mentally well as of recently, but making videos, when I get the motivation, making videos is something that just makes me happy, and it kind of pulls me out of this depressive rut. So yeah, this is something I'm very passionate about. Now, this will not be the last Yellow Man video. There are still tons of more Yellow Man characters that I, have to yap to you about. So this is gonna be a playlist. So I mean, it's gonna be like months worth of content when it comes to Yellow Man, and I don't even think that's an exaggeration because there are a lot of Yellow Man characters right now, and there will continuously just be more Yellow Man characters because me and my friend, we get ideas for Yellow Man, and it's just a really fun process for me, and so yeah. So I also wanted to tell you guys that I have a Discord server. It's been around for ages. I just haven't felt like too confident in like promoting it, but I feel like today is the day I promote my Discord server. So if you're interested in chatting with me or whatever, just go into the description and it should be right there. May your day be blessed and have an amazing day or night, depending on when you're watching this. Bye!